let's start with Justin Fields and the
Yep.
Chicago Bears, because they beat Atlanta 37-17. You've got the fans chanting, "We want Justin." Fourth win in 5 games. Fields goes 20 of 32 for 268 and a touchdown, runs for 45 and a touchdown. I just rewatched it, and he made some remarkable plays. The 3rd and 8 play late, obviously, is what's been replayed a ton. It's just funny to me because you've got 3 players that the Falcons paid up for in the offseason: Calais Campbell, Bud Dupree, David Onyemata. All 3 of them have a shot at Justin Fields. I mean, Dupree has him untouched. It Fields ducks under his forearm, spins away from Onyemata. Calais just dives, and he runs for the first down. I mean, there's more plays I want to get into, but this was a career day beyond the statistics for Justin Fields, because you could feel, you could hear the support. I mean, DJ Moore even said afterwards, "I did hear those chants, and I know the front office's box is right there, so I know they heard that stuff." Jaquan Brisker says, "I want Justin. We all want Justin. That's our guy. That guy makes plays for sure, and he's a leader. We like a guy like that." Now, got a few thoughts, but let's get to your thoughts first on Justin Fields. Let's remember, too, he's having a game like this against an Atlanta team in 2021 that chose Florida tight end Kyle Pitts instead. And Fields is the hometown QB. Fans can be fickle in Atlanta for good reason when you blow a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. I'm not saying business should drive football decisions, but it just made so much sense to take a quarterback there, and for that quarterback to be Fields. And I say that as somebody who has admittedly flip-flopped on Fields more than anybody. I still don't know where the hell I stand on him. I have a few thoughts, but what was your take on Fields' game against Atlanta and the long-term ramifications for him and the Bears?
No, I'm glad you said that. When you were listing those names, I was thinking to myself, and those players are missing tackles on Justin Fields, the player that they passed on. That why would you want to replace Matt Ryan with an incredible athlete that you rarely see play the position, that's from your state, that your whole fan base would be around from day one and support? Why would you want that guy to try to be the next guy to lead your organization? Anyway, that's for another show. Anybody that listens to our show knows how we felt that night when that pick was made, because we are on record. That's why the show is good, where no, you take Justin Fields right there. That was an easy pick for them. Okay, that's done with. Now they're going against him. I thought he played like he always plays, Tyler, and I'm with you as far as where you're at. I want to hear where you're at with Fields, but this is what you get with him every game. He's going to make plays. I hate comparing him to Cam Newton. It seems too obvious, but big, physical. You're going to see highlight plays every game. I still feel like I see more highlight plays of him making plays outside of the pocket, pick up basketball style, like we always talk about, just freelance play, which the great athletes can do. As long as the organization and the coaching staff, if that's what you're willing to, if that's how you want your offense to operate, if that's how you want your franchise quarter to operate, as far as giving him free reign, and we've talked about this with Josh Allen, but we also know you can't have your legs be your number one thing. It can't be. You're going to get hurt, and the franchise cannot invest in somebody they think can get hurt because the best thing he does is run as a quarterback. That is how I feel about it, Tyler. I think it comes down to that for me. He clearly is good. His style is clearly good enough to win in the NFL with. The players see it. They respect it. Every defensive coordinator, they don't like playing against Justin Fields because of that reason. He takes you off your game plan. But as a team that is trying to commit to him, here are the questions they're asking. What have they won with him so far? Nothing. And can he stay healthy playing this style?
Very short. Completely agree with you. We've seen a lot of Justin Fields He has started 37 games, played in 39. It's 10 of 27 in those starts for however you want to take quarterback wins as a stat.
And I don't like that as a stat,
Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
The highlights are there, and I think DJ Moore is a pretty big part of those highlights.
Yeah.
There was a throw to the back corner, 3rd and goal, his touchdown throw. I mean, Jesse Bates is in perfect position, and Fields puts it right on Moore, and Moore makes a spectacular catch, gets the feet down. This is basically the same, not the same, similar effect that a Diggs had on Allen, that an A.J. Brown had on Hurts. Get a stud receiver, and you're going to see more out of your quarterback naturally, which I'll just throw in makes Jordan Love's 2023 season that much more spectacular when he's down to Bo Melton and Dontavian Wicks and Romeo Dobbs. Christian Watson's number one's been hurt most of the year anyways. I'd love to know what he could do with one of these guys. 3rd and 7, over the shoulder, 32-yarder to DJ Moore. A.J. Terrell's right there. I mean, such tight coverage. And Fields, when you've got a DJ Moore, you're not afraid to attack one of the best cornerbacks in the game. There was a throw, play action across his body to Tunyon. I mean, the quarterback draw, it's a straight draw. It's stuff we've seen, right? This is the Fields that had that little spurt midway through last season that ended up getting him some MVP consideration this season. But then when you look at his game log, yes, the rushing numbers, they've been there, right? He's going to make plays with his legs. He hasn't thrown for more than 1 touchdown in 7 games. His completion percentage isn't that great. 61%, right? Just over half. I don't know. I think that you kind of know what he is at this point, and this is why GMs GM, coaches coach, players play, and fans fan. Right? You can't just take, DJ Moore into the front office and say, "Oh, you like Justin Fields? All right, we're just going to pay him," because that's the other massive variable here. You're going to have to pay Fields here soon, where you have an opportunity, a golden opportunity, to reset the financial clock at quarterback. And I think this is the debate you have to have, that the financial clock versus like the developmental clock. Do you really, if you really feel like you're developing Fields and he's going to keep ascending, and you like the rapport he has with Moore, with your coaching staff, if that coaching staff is staying, all of that, then maybe you trust in that development. But I think that Ryan Poles has to take advantage of the trade of the year, the half decade, the decade, to get all of that capital from the Panthers and now own the first overall pick. Caleb Williams will come with flaws, and we're going to get into him, and you've been studying him, and it's a lot there. But we know he's ridiculously talented. He'll come ridiculously cheap. You've got a team set up for him to succeed early. The defense is pretty dang good. You've got the wide receiver 1 and more. Got a pretty good tight end. Got a few backs. He could step in, I think, and do what Fields is doing at least, and have the opportunity at more growth. Because I still think to get into the playoffs and win games, you do need that quarterback who can. He does all that fun stuff, but he's still going to be able to win from the pocket. I don't think Fields can do that consistently. We've seen it. It's been 39 games, 37 starts.
I like Fields. Like you said, we have been Fields supporters from day one. This is a tricky situation. This GM did not draft Justin Fields. Poles didn't draft Fields. That
speaks to the Bears' problem for the last 15 years, Jim.
That's where
every quarterback is inherited by Cutler was inherited by the next front office and the next coach. It's
mess.
Trubisky, same thing. Fields, same thing.
It goes back to everything we were saying. It's just that it just screams it's a mess in the building. Like, when you have a really good quarterback playing for you in Justin Fields, and you also have the number 1 pick, something went wrong. Like, those things aren't working. Like, you shouldn't be picking number 1 if your quarterback is the right guy.
Well, it's the Panthers pick, obviously.
I know, but I'm saying you made that move for a reason.
Yeah.
Like you were thinking about this. This was you weren't trying to get a high pick to go get a running back or a receiver. You're trying to get a high pick to get a quarterback. They made that trade. They were ready to move on. That was my get. When they made that trade, was them saying we are going to move on from Fields when the time is right.